Honestly, I find the whole thing kind of comical. I do, yeah. You got some bears there that just go attack a whole group of students there, teachers and everything. Mess up 11 people. Total carnage and chaos, catastrophe. Luckily, no one's killed. And so then the conservation officers come and say, we're here for the rescue. We're going to take care of this bears for you there. So they go around trapping bears. They trap one, no, do some tests on it, no, not you, and then remove it, and then trap another, no, then another, no, then another, no, then two more, no, and then one more, then another one. 8 bears in total they trapped and did forensics on. They did big time investigation, and conservation officers have determined that none of those bears were the ones involved in the attack. I think she's gone. If it was indeed a mother and a cub, if reported, or it was an injured bear that was maybe first reported. I mean, I still don't have complete clarity on what happened there, but it sounded like a mother bear charged an attack. That was kind of the final analysis that was going around. So she come out, she attacked, then she disappears there, hightails her, and is smart. She knows she's in trouble, I guess, eh? I am out of here. And all the conservation officers in the world couldn't bring her back again. No, they couldn't. Well, the CEOs gave up. They're going to leave somebody in charge there. Let's talk about all of it on the show tonight. Let's go.
There it is. This is bad news.
My God.
I didn't think it happened.
Get off!
I'll watch the video later. I'm up in this. Welcome back to Cariboo Weather Dude YouTube channel, where the weather is terrible tonight everywhere, and that's why I went to town. I gave everyone all this advice. Don't be driving in the weather, and then I went to town. I was there an hour before. I got there at about the time that the kid's mother usually leaves from Williams Lake, and I said, don't do it, and like, if you don't want to, don't. Like, it doesn't matter that I'm in town. I'll get home. But it was sketchy, man. I almost hit 2 moose. I had to go 4-wheel drive up the friggin' Mexican hill. Yeah, Joey's using 4-wheel drive, but there's I'm not going to make it up this hill if I don't. So I clicked her into 4-wheel, and there I go. Okay, let's talk about the bear story here. We'll give you kind of just the rehash of everything here quickly. So the conservation officers called off the search for the grizzly bears responsible for the November 20th attack. They've been searching for forensic evidence. It's like something at a CSI BC here, got a bunch of conservation officers up there, trapping grizzly bears, the terrible, horrible Ursus horribilis, like the nasty, mean, awful grizzly bear. They're out there capturing them. They capture 8 of them, and then they end up releasing them because none of them were involved. Sorry, they caught 4 more since the last time we talked here, and nope, none. So they called the search off today. This is brand new news. They announced they're no longer trying to capture the bears related to the attack on the school group because basically they found no results, and bears are now moving into their denning season. So, I mean, even if they keep trying to capture, there's less and less bears around, and pretty soon there'll be none. It's becoming a futile effort, I would imagine, as you get deeper in the season like this, especially with the weather deteriorating. 4 additional grizzly bears were safely captured this week alone, and the forensic evidence came in, and so you're free to go there. They don't have a lawyer. They weren't allowed to call anybody. Their bears are just in a cage there, a small cage, and they're probably pissed off about it. I'm sure those bears now will remember that encounter with humans. Maybe they'll be spooked by it and just avoid people from now on, or maybe they'll go on a revenge killing spree. I doubt it. So they were all ruled out. So they've put some GPS collars on them, and just and they found out the bears are healthy and they're preparing to den for the winter, and everything's fine, I guess. So there's a new CO posted full time in Bella Coola, and they're going to continue to monitor the situation. We got more on it here for you from CBC tonight. And they called off the search there from the bear that attacked all those people there on November 20th, injuring 3 children and a teacher, and a bunch of people got pepper sprayed, and it was bad. It was pretty bad there. So they've called that off. The news comes after the forensic evidence determined the 4 grizzlies were not involved there. So the CSI team came and let them off the hook there. And with no new bear sightings and with grizzlies moving into denning season, we are actively not trying to capture bears now. Equipment has been removed, so now you got the detail. It was highly unusual. It was a completely bizarre thing, having that many people involved, a bear coming out and attacking all these people. The New Hawk people say they've coexisted with the grizzlies for a long time, and that school group was well acquainted with bear safety. It's not like they don't live there and they don't know what usually goes on. It was in all of the history of Bella Coola, no one can recall. And the history of Bella Coola goes back a lot longer than you might think. So 24 officers were sent out in rotating teams, including some that came hundreds of kilometers to hand deliver samples collected from captured bears to a forensic lab at the University of Alberta. Holy cow there. So the New Hulk Nation had an information session on Thursday night, and they had 100 people come and attend. So the details of that meeting are being kept private to the community out of respect for those impacted. The capture bears were relocated and equipped with GPS collars for monitoring. So we might never know who was responsible for the crazy attack on all the school kids there. We may never know. But it does kind of rewrite the rules a little bit. Make sure, you think that you're safe. You think you're doing all the right things, and it might not matter every once in a while. And the thing is, bear attacks are pretty unusual, actually. They're not that common. And if you think there's rules for how and when a bear will attack, you might be surprised someday, right? I've never had anything too serious happen. I've had some bluff charges and some battles with some black bears. Every grizzly bear I've come across has turned around and went the other way, and there was no incident. So I'd like to imagine it stays that way. Yeah, they're all gone to bed here in Wells. The snow is on the ground. We are 4,000 feet above Bella Coola up here, and grizzly bears are in bed. I hope you will have a good night's sleep too yourselves. I'm taking off for Ontario in a few days. I'll be gone for 2 weeks, so there won't be these regular episodes like you become used to. But there will be things on the channel still. It'll just be different. Be different for a couple weeks. You might like it. In fact, there might be less though too, because I just plainly might not have the ability to edit video as much as I would like on my laptop. So we'll cross that hurdle when we get to it. Anyways, that's the show for tonight there. Keep safe out there, friends. Don't be driving if you don't need to in that slippery conditions. Okay, bye now.